Welcome to Tailings Talk. My name is Waseem Abou-Marie and I'm a Digital Global Director at Hatch. Today, we're going to continue our conversations around tailings, specifically a very critical topic, mine closures and the transition of tailings operations. Let's get started.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Waseem Abou-Marie, and I'm one of the global directors at Hatch. I'm here in Lima, Peru, attending a mine closure event with some of my esteemed colleagues, and we're here to talk to them and you about mine closures and the transition for tailings operation. So, before we begin, I'd love to have you both introduce yourselves. Fabiola?
Thank you, Waseem. I'm Fabiola Sartini. I'm part of the Tailings team in Brazil. I'm responsible for the HITM in the South America and also the GISTM compliance and governance.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And Ian?
Yeah, my name is Ian McKechnie. I am the lead product manager for the Hatch's digital tailings product. A long way from home in Saskatoon, but it's been quite pleasant being here.
It was a great event. Lots
Yeah.
of clients that we were talking to, lots of great topics. One of them being, hey, as we think of mine closure, we got to transition the tailings operations.
Yeah.
In your minds, what are some of the stages or milestones that you have to plan for to transition the tailings operation as the mine closes?
Thinking about my role today, I think the being compliance, what do you need?
Mhm.
So the local legislation is changing. We have mining companies' mindsets changing. We have the ICMM helping with the best practices. So we have all the tools that we need for the safety, for the innovation that we need. But we are missing an important part, the use of technology to help and to drive you with all the data and information that you need. So since the beginning, if you have this in your favor, could be easier and make your life easier to have a process in the correct place with the correct tool and to training your people for this cultural transformation that is coming now.
Okay, awesome. And Ian, beyond compliance, what in your mind are some of the things that you'd have to plan for as well?
Yeah, I think probably the biggest issue that we're seeing most recently is that for a lot of these legacy facilities, their actual transition point is very dynamic. So once upon a time, you stopped deposition, you put a cover on top, you walked away, long-term monitoring, you're all set.
That's
Now we're seeing that maybe the regulations have changed. Perhaps new technologies emerged. Maybe the mineral price has gone up and therefore you want to remine it. Companies now are being faced with many more choices along the way. I think commonly, though, at least the broad progress is still the same, in that you've got a facility, it's now more or less at design, and therefore you need to put some instrumentation in, you need to get your data in order, you need to get ready for potentially 1 of 4 or 5 next stages, whatever they might be. But at least there's that common preparatory part where everyone's trying to get ready for whatever the next step is.
And now, Fabiola, you mentioned that the role of technology and data. How does that then streamline the compliance planning for that transition?
Yes, if I look at the clients that we have now doing the compliance in GISTM and other local legislations, the main gap it's related to data. So they don't have data in place. They don't know how to recover data. So that's the main gap for the mining companies. Having all the data in place, all the information in hands that can facilitate their work in the future.
And I can imagine a lot of this data is legacy, non-discrete documents. Even mining them with latest technologies like LLM would help you then get a better understanding of exactly where you are today.
Exactly. So using the innovation as our is in favor
Mhm.
can drive the mining companies and can help them. For example, as you mentioned, use the artificial intelligence in the future. If you have everything and you using the machine learning for that can predict and avoid catastrophe.
Now, Ian, operationally now, right? There's still tailings that need to be managed. So
Yeah.
how does the data and information systems then streamline that operation?
Yeah, I'm still having fun with the mental image of humans mining old filing cabinets for data.
Yeah.
I love that metaphor. But it's not too far off. So the big challenge is created by data edging towards closure is like, well, where is it? Who has it? So once upon a time, mines relied upon human hard drives where you had these 30-year experienced people that kind of started with the mine. They knew everything. You'd ask a question, they'd have some kind of answer. They know where to find it. But as we're finding, like they're not around so much anymore. Likewise, the people in these roles tend to change jobs much more often as well. So this sort of default knowledge retention that mines used to rely upon and hoped for is no longer present. So in comes systems and data management tools to say, hey, let's at least pull in the data that you are getting. Often companies are paying a lot of money for inspections and data instrumentation and data coming in from all sorts of sources. You really want a system that can pull together as much of that as possible into one location and just give you a good sense of where you are. Once you know where you are and you're keeping up with the day-to-day as it goes on, then you can begin filling in the gaps. And
plan.
yeah, and realistically, the more you have in hand at a given point in time, the better you're able to respond to a changing future. You really don't want to be at the end of closure and have, oh, we're missing this, and there's a regulator staring you saying, well, your deadline to submit is in a month, and if not, we'll see you in 5 years. It can get quite expensive the longer you defer it.
Yes. The main point is you should plan since the beginning of the project. So using the technology in your favor, that can drive you to a better future after closure and post-closure.
Thank you both for your insights and your time. And we look forward to seeing you soon at the next event.
I hope you've enjoyed our conversation so far. Tune in next time where we'll continue our discussion around mine closures and the transition of tailings operations. Chat soon.